Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Good. I'm Darja, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of a startup based in Berlin called Bunch. We are all way too familiar with these statistics, I assume, here in the room. So most of you who have invested or have built startups know most of the startup efforts actually go unyielded. So we are very prone to failure. What some of us don't know is actually there's two ceilings when you grow a business, right? The first one is to actually get to product market fit. That's already hard enough where the majority fails. But even if you got to product market fit, there's another ceiling where another 90% get dropped off the road, and that's when you start to scale, when you actually try to replicate the value provided to a bunch and handful of customers on a bigger scale. Why is that? Well, when you start out and when you build something from scratch, what you usually do is to create some sort of a plan and an idea. Let's call it strategy. What do you want to deliver to whom and in which form? What you want to do is obviously execute that in reality, so turn that in real behavior, delivery to customers. If you manage to align both of these things at all time, namely creating a very strong culture in a team to execute, you're very well fair off. Well, when you scale, this overlap starts to slide. And I want to show you how that happens. So when you start out with like two co-founders, right? You're super excited, you have this great idea, your plan, your strategy is your execution. You make it in a room, you go out there, you deliver it, you get money for it, you come back, you evaluate. So there is almost no missing overlap between strategy and behavior. Everything is great, you're super healthy. That usually is the time point when investors pay attention to you and really want to throw money at you because you kind of discovered something that seems to work. That's why you start to employ people, right? So you need help, you're growing, you need to actually carry more load. You gain the first 10 employees. When you do so, there might be a little bit of delta between what you're planning to do and what your people are executing, but you usually get rid of that in a small conversation and you get them engaged and back on track again. So team health still relatively well. What happens when startups raise money, when businesses grow so much that they actually have to hire double their size within a short amount of time? And those of you who have built businesses can relate to this really well. You don't always hire right. And despite of all the tools out there that actually tell you how to do that, you still make mistakes. Wrong hires is a reality. But you also lack infrastructure. There's lack of coordination, there's unclear communication, leadership is not developed. All of this causes you to experience growth pains. Well, the crucial moment is after this. This happens to everyone. But it differentiates winners from losers by the reaction what happens in this phase. If you don't react, these things start to deteriorate your business. And the later you react, the harder it is to get the ball up to hill again. So it's really crucial that entrepreneurs understand when is the right point to actually start investing in infrastructure, in alignment. And we all know misalignment comes for free. You really need to work towards alignment. So what does Bunch do? Bunch acts as an immune system for a growing business. We ensure that your strategy turns into your behavior by helping you to build and maintain a strong culture, a strong overlap between your plan and execution with a SaaS solution. So we basically a SaaS solution for high-growth companies to ensure they build and maintain strong cultures as they grow. How do we exactly do this? So the current product looks the following. You onboard Bunch, and you actually are able to measure your current culture on individual, team, and department level, as well as company level. You are able to compare that to industry benchmarks, to other high-growth companies in your industry. We also provide you with recommendations on what kind of parts you can improve when it comes to culture and exactly how can you do that. So we don't only give you theoretical recommendations, instead we give you proven suggestions that have been deployed by companies like Netflix, PayPal, Google, and others that have scaled successfully. And then you're able to measure impact. We integrate currently with Slack, in the future with more communication and workflow platforms, to able to measure behavioral effects of the initiatives that you take with your team. What's the vision behind the product? We really want to make that scalable. This problem usually is solved by coaches, consultants, and so on. There's two problems with that. When they come in, they act like an antibiotic. While they're there, it's really beautiful and great. When they leave again, your immune system is more down than before. So we are set out on a vision to actually build a solution that reaches most of the teams in the world. So we want to reach, in the next couple of years, 5 teams of the world's team population. And if we increase their performance by only 10%, we're able to dramatically increase the world's GDP. That's the beauty of solutions in the work solution space, is that you actually can have a huge impact. How do we want to reach this? We want to integrate with an array of workflow and communication tools. We already have Slack. We're working on Jira currently and on integration with Gmail. And we're using 2 things, machine learning and psychological research. We're an official partner of Stanford GSB. We're currently in talks with MIT and other leading researchers in the field of team collaboration to actually bring to teams the knowledge and the wisdom of researchers out there that actually are able to tell you what you need to do to optimize your team at what point in time. So we turn this into experiences with actual recommendations. We're currently at 27 customers with 7K MRR. Most of our contracts are annual. We have beautiful companies like Inform, N26, and DigitalOcean as our clients, and we have a beautiful team that has data science experience, psychological research experience, but also engineering and product building experience. If you're interested to talk to us, I'm still around. We just raised around, but we still have a ticket of 400K, so anyone who is excited about the future of work, please do talk to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, hands together for Punch.